Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. My name is Cheryl. I'm a 65-year-old budgeter. I live in the mountains in Spokane. How's everybody doing? I'm sorry I've been MIA for a few days. I have been taking care of, I went down to my hometown. It's about somewhere between a 6 and an 8 hour drive, depending on how much construction is going on. And I drove down, spent a few days with my mom to make sure she was getting the care that she needed at her home. Okay, so yeah, it's just been a whirlwind, but all in all, it's great to be home. I actually slept on a cot, or one of those little cots that you take camping, okay? And most people know I'm not really a camper, but I roughed it out and I'm fine. So that's all out of the way. And Mom, when you listen, I hope you're having a better morning at this point. And please don't watch my video until the medicine has hit, okay? And that's all I am going to say about that. There we go. What a day. So, like I said, in the last few days, I made two trips back and forth. And let's talk about the no spend challenge. Okay. Number 17 was Friday. And so let's go ahead and take this out here. Okay, we're going to use yellow because it was, things were spent. Everything came out of planned spending. But let's go ahead. I'm just going to say, unfortunately, we have an 18. I'm just going to do the weekend part that way. Okay, 19 is actually getting a red because I did have a spend on Sunday. Or was it Monday? No, it was Monday, I think. Okay, it was Monday spend. Okay, so this is how the 4 days went, and my plan is to be there for the surgery when the surgeons get that worked out. I tried everything I could the day I was there to get some answers and to get that taken care of, and it didn't happen. So she's got it under control. She has lots of people helping. So there we go. But I tried to get at least that thing worked out. But you know what? If people don't answer their phone and everything goes to voicemail, there's nothing a person can do. Okay? Nothing. You can't do. Now the bad news is that the surgery will be covered by Medicare, but it will not be covered. The other 20% will not be covered by her Blue Cross Regents. Okay, after spending hours talking to them, also, it is not a covered procedure in their eyes. That's necessity. It's a necessity for us, but apparently it's not a necessity until you've tried 50 different things, most likely. So, sorry, Regents, not a fan. That's not my insurance carrier. So, I'm all good. So, we're going to put $1 in our no spend for July because, yeah, I had to spend on the 20th. And then I drove yesterday, so that's another yellow day. Wow, that was a lot of days to be in my, okay, there we go. So here's the yellow for yesterday. I had to buy gas and food. Okay, so gas and food, and then tomorrow we'll go through this one. And actually it's not too bad because I actually didn't go to Amazon or anything, and I didn't buy myself anything, so it's actually not too bad. Okay, so let's put this away. And I'd like to say hello to my mindful message. The better it gets. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. The better it gets, and I keep rising up. We have our third eye chakra, stone is amethyst, and the scent is gardenia. We have throat chakra, stone is lapis, and the scent is vanilla. Now, I like both of these scents, but I'm going to just take a quick whiff. Spokane is still blanketed with smoke, but most of it's south of us. And I can safely go outside, do my walks today, but I can see where the smoke is heavy close to me. But I am, like I said, I'm on top of a mountain, and my air quality isn't too bad today. But driving in the air quality is not a good thing for me. So, mindful message, the better it gets. Third eye chakra, stone is amethyst, throat with the lapis. Okay. Okay. The next thing we have is, I've been recently doing a lot of creating, and actually, I was able to get off the anxiety bus or whatever you want to call that, and I've stopped creating for a bit because I have enough going. Okay, so and occasionally I will bring out some new items when the seasons warrant it. Okay, but this is my 52 weeks deck of cards savings challenge. Okay, and when I originally made this, I thought I was going to need 2 decks of cards, but I only need 1. So I'm going to change that on mine. And then I'll change the challenge going forward. Okay, so all you need is 1 deck of cards. So save your way through a full deck. Okay, cool. Okay, and this is a quarter challenge I'm doing. Okay, so this is a 52-week challenge. Okay, and so we've got our deck of cards here, which is going to tell us which cards we've used. We have this 52-week savings challenge book here. Okay, and this is what I made. This is for week 1. And so for every week, the card suggests a 2, okay, a $2. And I will have quarters, okay? So I will be saving in, okay, so this is week 1 of our challenge. I'm going to flip the card over and it's 6. And that is $1.50. There you go. Okay, so the first week is 6 quarters, which is $1.50. So we're going to take our $1.50, put it in here for now. And I just think this was such a cute idea, and there we go. So we have 6 quarters saved for week 1, and today is week 1, and I'll put it on the on our big calendar here. Okay, so it's saved, it's put away, the money's done. Yay! Now this was a 6 of spades, so we're going to come over here to the 6 of spades, color it in, there we go. So it's kind of like a blackout. There you are. And these are the rules. An ace is worth 20 quarters or $5. 1 through 10 is worth 1 quarter. Jack's worth 11 quarters. Queen is worth 12 quarters. And king is worth 15 quarters. Okay, so the 6 is, I did it as 6 quarters. Okay. All right, so this is here. Now let's go into our okay, and here's our Wealthy Wednesday. Okay, and this is where we have our quarters for our Grannies on Harleys and our Grannies on Harleys and our Grampys on Harleys. Okay, and here's where we're stashing the cash. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's use this one. Okay. Okay, so we've got first Grannies on Harleys, and we need a dice 1 through 10. Okay, that's an 8, 9, 10. There we go. Okay, and it's a 6. So we're going to come over here to Granny Challenge number 6 again. Okay, and she's the savvy writer. Okay, and if you look at her challenge, and we're saving in quarters here. So let's go ahead and let's roll the dice and see how many quarters we're going to save today with the savvy writer on our Grannies on Harleys.
And your number is 3.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and we're going to take Granny's money out of here. Looks like we've got $5 in here. Okay, and 3 is a 75 center. So we'll put this on top. And we're saving 75 in Granny right now. Okay, now let's go to Grampys. And let's first roll the 9-sided die. And that is a 3. And that's the speed demon when it comes to our Grampys on Harleys. Okay, and how many quarters?
And your number is 3.
Okay, so that's the number for the day. Okay, so we have 3 more quarters going in. So we're going to put the 75 back. We have our $1.50. So we'll put the money back in our Grannies and Grampys on Harleys, and we were able to play that today, and it feels good to be saving in my, saving in my Wealthy Wednesday. Next thing we're gonna do is my pedaling to freedom. Every quarter gets you closer to your financial freedom, and this is actually my real bike. Okay, I mean this is I have a brown seat, white. It just looks just like that. So, yay, so this is me on the bike, okay? And I can't wait to get to a normal type of routine, okay? So let's go ahead and see how many quarters we're going to save today.
Number 4.
Okay. Okay. Okay, And we'll put the dollar in our Wealthy Wednesday. There we go. So let's count how much money we have in our Wealthy Wednesday. Okay? And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 650 is in our Wealthy Wednesday envelope. Okay, and we can't do any icons because these are $50 a piece. Because somebody thinks you can save $50 at a shop like that. Not today. Okay, so let's go ahead and come in here and get our next challenge here. And that is our My Girl Beauty Designs and Budgeting, the MGB subtrain. And like you know, we already completed the challenge on the other side. So now we're playing Shut the Box, and we have to get the 2 die. See if we can do better. But we actually have 3. We've saved $20 so far because we've had 20 left over at the end, and they're in quarters. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's roll the dice, and that is a 7. Okay, so I'm going to cross off the 7, and we have 3 more Shut the Dice game, and that's a 6. Okay, come on, 8 and 9, and that's an 11. That's 9 and a 2. Okay. And that's a 7. Okay. And that's a 3 and a 4 for 7. That leaves us a 5, a 1, or a 9. And that's a 5. Okay. So we need a 10. And it's a 10. Okay, so we shut the box. There we go. And so the amount saved for a Shut the Box is what? It says 1 to 9. How to play, roll 2 dice, claim there. Okay. Okay, and how much if you shut the box? Didn't close, didn't close. I should read it up in the right direction. Close that. Crisscross. Save $5. Save all 9. Roll and save that amount. Okay. You know what? I'm going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and roll the dice. And it's a 7. So we'll save 7 quarters, which is $175 today. Okay, so let's count the money we have in our MGB subtrain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so that's 22 and 75 cents. Okay, so that's how much we have saved in our MGB subtrain, and it looks like we have 2 more Shut the Boxes. Then we're going to do some new channel savings right here. So let's go ahead and put this back. Let's see if I've got anything else here. All right, so that's all we have for today. And I just wanted to say that due to my mom's emergency, I did have to wipe out my travel fund, and I had to travel. Okay, it wasn't an I want to travel, and this was I had to travel. So what I did is that fund is exhausted, but I didn't go to any other envelopes. So let's go ahead and let's start again, and we'll see where we are on Friday on our travel day. Just wanted to say, if you like my video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and please comment. I really appreciate it. Namaste all. Take care.